Ms. Jackson, do you have any criminal history information on Mr. Broughton?
Yes, sir. There are 12 cycles. The last arrest was May the 13th, 2014, out of Gwinnett County for a probation violation. There are prior felony convictions, one in 2015 for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, one in 2002 for criminal use of an article with an altered ID or mark, one in 1999 for the theft by receiving stolen property. Nothing in addition, Your Honor.
All right, thank you so much. Mr. Kendall, what do you want to tell me about your client and this case?
Yes, Your Honor. My client and his wife, who's in court here, he's employed, gainfully employed with A National Limousine Service. A National basically runs the MARTA I guess you call it paratransit and the airport shuttle service.
That shuttle. We've talked about this before. That's when I met you. That awful shuttle service.
It's
not your fault, but boy.
That's the city's fault, you know.
Someone leaves poor passengers standing there forever trying to get from international to domestic. Boo.
We've improved that.
Okay, I'm sure.
That's another one of my clients.
I'm confident your tentacles are into that, no doubt.
So I had to take up for my client.
Okay.
But they've improved that, John. But he's gainfully employed, Your Honor. I think the facts that the state have stated are true. He had a storage unit there. I mean, that door was a little enticing. It was kind of.
Some nice shoes on the inside.
It was a little loose that day, Judge.
Yeah.
And, you know, temptation got the best of him. But he has owned up to what he did, Your Honor, and we would ask you, we like the numbers that you gave in your example better than what Ms. Davis did.
But you've negotiated in good faith with Ms. Davis.
Yeah, but I saw you looking at the computer, so I know you were looking at what you thought it should be, so.
I was looking at how much time Mr. Broughton already served in this case.
Exactly.
16 days.
And I think you probably think it should be a little less. And so if you want to go with the number that you gave in your example, Your Honor, we're not going to object to it.
Got it.
Ms. Davis probably won't object to it either. But if not, we will accept the recommendation of Ms. Davis.
Okay, I appreciate that. Mr. Broughton, you now, I think Mr. Kendall said 2 jobs. You drive the super slow limos at the airport. What was the other thing you do?
No, he works for the company that does.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't actually drive them.
Yeah, I drive. I do a lot of that. I mean, I'm a mechanic. I wash.
Okay, you help keep it running slowly. But you had I thought you had a second gig too, or maybe I missed. Everything you do is with A National.
Yes, sir.
Maybe A National does something away from the airport as well.
Right, they do the
Oh, the paratransit for.
paratransit
Okay.
and the airport.
That's important stuff.
Right.
Okay, how long have you been with A National?
Well, I've been with the company since 2013, but I've been back since 2 years. For 2 years.
Why did you stop working there?
Well, I had got another job and ended up going back.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome back, I guess. This case, a while ago, 2.5 years almost. Did you know what was in Mr. Diallo's unit, or you were just sort of trying a door and maybe they're gold bars, maybe they're Nike shoes, maybe there's a dead rat?
Nah, I knew what was in there.
How did you know Mr. Diallo, or just in being at the unit you'd seen before, like that guy always has a bunch of sneakers in there?
No, I actually just seen him that one time.
Okay. All right. Anything you want to add?
No, sir.
Do you have any kids?
Yes, sir. 3.
3. How old are they?
16, 6, and 12.
16, 6, and 12. So a high schooler, middle schooler, and a little one. Any of them live with you?
All of them.
All of them. Okay. Are they back in school now?
Yes, sir.
Where does the 16-year-old go?
Riverdale High.
Okay. Any questions about anything we discussed?
No, sir.
Do your kids know you're here today?
Well, I told the oldest one. I ain't tell my youngest.
Okay. And what do you tell the 16-year-old about what you're doing in court today?
Well, I just told him I had court. I didn't tell him the situation. But I talked to him when I was incarcerated before you let me out.
When you had your bench warrant, what'd you tell him as to why you were in jail?
Yeah, I told him this ain't what he want to do. That it's not the place.
Okay. Well, I hope he learns from you. Is he seem pretty squared away? What does he do in school?
He's doing baseball and he just got accepted. What's the college? He just got accepted in Georgia Military College.
He's only 16 and he already got in there?
Yes, sir.
Wow, fantastic. Good job, parents. Is he going to play baseball at Georgia Military?
I'm not sure. She know he talked to her more than he talked to me. So she
I mean, baseball is okay, but I want to focus on this.
Focus on the academics. Well, he seems to have figured those out. Good for you guys. All right. Mr. Broughton, I find there's a factual basis for your plea. This seems like it was more a hustle, greed thing and not you're an evil, dangerous person. But you did what you did. I also find that your plea is knowing and voluntary. No one's forcing you into this plea and you understand everything we've been talking about. You agree with that? I'm sentencing you pursuant to the Probation Options Management Act. And all that means is that while you're on probation, if you have a little problem, and I hope you have no problems, but if you have a little one, you miss a meeting with an officer or something like that, you don't have to come see me. They'll work through the consequences with you. But if you get arrested for something again, it's more serious, that comes back to me and we'll work through what revocation might look like. Mr. Kendall, do you authorize someone in my office to electronically sign your name to the indictment?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. We asked one other thing, Judge. Will you be amenable to terminating this after 3 years?
So what I'll do, I'll get to that, but I am going to set a behavioral incentive date. So if Mr. Broughton is doing fine, which I suspect he will be, then that'll happen naturally. But it's okay if we sign your name.
Yes.
All right. And Ms. Davis, can we sign your name?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Broughton, is it all right if someone electronically signs your name to the indictment indicating your guilty plea?
yes, sir.
That's what we'll do. So, Mr. Broughton, I am, given the fact that this happened 2.5 years ago, and you seem to have stayed out of harm's way since then, going to sentence you to 4 years probation. Special condition of probation number 1 is get your GED. And you need to have enrolled in that GED program within the first 2 months of your probation. So I want that clock to start running. You'll need to complete 60 hours of community service. You'll need to, do you still have a storage facility at that place? So stay away from that storage facility on Cleveland. If it's still there, sometimes these things come and go, but it's
Still there.
assuming it's still there, no storage facility for you there. And stay away from there and leave Mr. Diallo alone. Did you know him outside of the fact that he had a unit full of sneakers near you?
No, sir.
If he broke into your unit, what would he have found?
We actually was just moving all our house stuff.
Well, it's good that didn't happen to you. You'd probably be pretty upset. I will set a behavioral incentive date of August 6th, 2028. So if you've done all the things you need to do, oh, and one more condition, take an anti-theft course. Unlike GED, which is learning a whole bunch of things, the anti-theft course is a one-off. You'll just take that. If you've completed all those conditions and otherwise been a model probationer, then on that behavioral incentive date, probation can close stuff out. They'll send me a letter saying, Broughton's been nothing but good. And I'll say, then let's be done. Let's let him move on with, by then you'll be senior executive at A National. Maybe the buses can run more regularly by then. So that's your probation. Any questions about any of that?
No, sir.
Mr. Kendall, anything else on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor, but we're gonna take you on a tour of the airport though, because you gotta get better PR out of the.
So I've been to the airport. I know how it works, and I have waited many moons for the A National shuttle. I've been following the whole contract negotiation stuff. I figured you were involved because that contract didn't get canceled. Ms. Davis, anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Broughton, last thing is reporting to probation. What county do you live in?
Clayton.
Clayton County. All right. Ms. Simpson, who's seated right over there, is with probation. She's going to give you reporting instructions. I don't remember where in Clayton it is, but she's about to tell you. And you don't want to miss your date there because that's when they're going to send me a warrant if you're not there for that first session. Okay. You can drive an A National bus all the way down there, but leave a couple hours early if you're in one of those buses.
So, Mr. Broughton, your reporting date will be August 15th
Okay,
at 8 a.m. I will give you the contact information for the Clayton office. This and that South Lake area complex, so
Okay.
this shouldn't be too far from you.
okay,
But I will give you the information.
okay, thank you.
All right. That's it. Good luck with everything. Mr. Kendall, always a pleasure. Thank you for your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Mr. Kendall.
Time to break this one down. The case of Antoine Broughton wrapped up with a tidy bow in today's courtroom, and this one had a bit of everything. A long criminal history, a bunch of stolen sneakers, and some slow-moving airport shuttles thrown in for good measure. Judge Washington, as always, brought that calm, fair, and lightly humorous tone we've come to expect. His ability to be firm about the law while still cracking a gentle joke or two, especially about his own experience with the paratransit shuttle delays, struck a nice balance between approachability and authority. The courtroom stayed relaxed but professional the whole way through. Mr. Broughton pled guilty to second-degree burglary, and this wasn't his first trip to court. Miss Jackson from probation listed off a hefty criminal record, 12 prior cycles, including felony convictions for firearm possession, theft, and criminal use of an altered ID. But this time around, the judge was clearly looking at more than just Broughton's past. Mr. Kendall, his attorney, painted a picture of a working man trying to stay on the right side of things. Broughton's been with the same transportation company, a national, as they called it, on and off since 2013. Not only is he gainfully employed, he's also a father of 3, with all of his kids living at home. One of them, a 6-year-old baseball player, just got accepted to Georgia Military College. That part got a genuine wow from the judge, and rightfully so. As for the crime itself, well, temptation knocked, and Mr. Broughton answered. The state's evidence showed he used his own access code to get into a storage facility where he also had a unit. Once inside, he helped himself to another unit, one reportedly full of Nike shoes. Not the slickest move, and he admitted as much. He saw the opportunity and took it. Judge Washington even called it out as more of a hustle-greed situation than anything truly malicious, and honestly, that felt accurate. The sentence? 4 years probation under the Probation Options Management Act, which allows for minor issues to be handled without sending the defendant straight back to court. Special conditions included enrolling in a GED program within 2 months, completing 60 hours of community service, taking an anti-theft course, and staying away from the scene of the crime. There was also a behavioral incentive date set for the 6th of August, 2028. If Broughton keeps his nose clean and checks all the boxes, he could finish probation early. What stood out most was the overall tone. The judge didn't ignore Broughton's past, but he didn't dwell on it either. Instead, he focused on what Broughton is doing now, working, raising kids, and trying to move forward. And while the courtroom banter about airport shuttle delays gave everyone a chuckle, the message was clear: get serious about this second chance, or the door might not be so open next time. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read everyone.